Hello. Are we going? Ooh, Garrett just made it in time. Woo! Hello, everyone. Welcome to the RuCap with your host, me, Alex Ringler, brought to you by Q Life Media. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back with, especially Miss Aaliyah Sky, looking gorgeous there at the bottom. And was that Carol Brady then that she would be in this? Because, like, I think I'm like Peter over here, and Russ is
Alice.
Yeah, so or opposite. I'm not sure. There we go. Yeah. Hi everyone. Thank you for watching the RuCap. Thank you for watching live. Oh my goodness. And now we're all just moving around. Russ, are you doing this?
I'm a bot.
I'm Jan. Throughout the whole job.
Marsha.
Yeah, thank you for watching live. If you don't mind, comment and share us if you'd like. We love your attention. We love to hear from you guys during the show, and we love to hear your thoughts on the show. So let's get into it. Let's say who you are, where you're from, and what was the last fast food you ate? Russ.
Hi, I'm Russ White, co-founder, co-producer, Q Life Media, the International Drag Queen Database, and a couple of other queer and non-queer things. The last fast food I ate, gosh, I haven't had fast food in forever. In-N-Out. Right. I think it was In-N-Out about 3-4 weeks ago.
In-N-Out is a very strong choice. Aaliyah.
Hi. My name is Aaliyah Sky.
Doing great.
I'm another bitch from down the street, and the last fast food I had was a salad from Del Taco.
A Del Taco salad. And how did that sit on you?
It was good. It was avocado ranch. You put the lid on and then you shake the shit out of it. Girl, and then you just open up the hatch.
I miss my Del Taco. If I'm out in the East, we just had a Taco Bell. But mine was Chipotle, by the way. Let's go to Garrett, please.
Hey, everyone. My name is Garrett, co-founder of Q Life Media, along with Russ there. And I had a Popeyes chicken sandwich, because I think of all the chicken sandwiches out there, that one's my favorite one.
And it's the least homophobic one, I think.
I think yeah, definitely not Chick-fil-A.
And we don't eat Chick-fil-A, no.
If any of y'all said Chick-fil-A, I was going to boot you off the call or tell Russ. Let's go to Andrew next.
Hello, I'm Andrew Lignelli from Las Vegas, Nevada as well. And I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. That's
I'm going to put money on it, but it was.
I can't remember if I had Panda more recently or Taco Bell, but one of the two.
I got chicken quesadilla, three soft tacos, and that's my go-to. Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael Barbieri. I'm the dining and entertainment writer for Nightlife Exchange here in New York, and I'm the creator of the Dragtastic column where I review drag shows. The last fast food I ate was on Christmas Eve. I had one piece of Popeye's fried chicken.
Well done. I like Popeyes. I like a two-piece. And last but not least, Walter.
Hello, everyone. It's the dreaded and feared Walter Kurtz coming to you live from the home of the chandelier. There it is. In the world's most important and most celebrated metropolis, New York City. The last fast food I ate was also Taco Bell. I had a taco supreme, a burrito supreme, and a regular crunchy taco. And it was delicious.
Well, good. Yes, I love me a Taco Bell moment. Honestly, I think, but the last for me was Chipotle. I never answer these questions. I just throw it out to y'all and be like, hey, you guys do it. Okay, so
you eat Chipotle and have a body like that, Alex?
It's good because it's called the Chipotle diet, where it actually doesn't sit on your stomach; it just comes out the other end. So we get into this episode. We have a little, Kiki in the non-elimination, non-after elimination that happened. I thought that was cute. I think everyone kind of realized who was going to go out of that group, though. So I think we were right with our assessment last week that Candy might be on the chopping block. I was personally glad that she didn't have any false confidence about it, and she was like, "Oh, I was the best," and didn't know. So that to me felt pretty good. What did we think of the post non-elimination? Walter, I want to start with Walter on this one.
In what respect?
What did you think? Do you think the girls were kind of like? What did you just like? What were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was fun. It was just the regular chit chat that they all do. And but my only observation is, if you cry, you're not going to win. And it's another lachrymose season. As every episode, somebody has a breakdown and starts crying, and I think you will lose. I can't think of a single winner who's ever cried on the show.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I want to go back and watch now. Okay, then we get to the next group, our next group of 6 queens, and their first challenge was another runway challenge, and I liked this one. I think a lot of people had some good looks. I had some suits and boots. For me, Rosé took the top for me just overall. And Walter looks like he disagrees with that, but let's go around and say, like, what were some suits, what were some boots that everyone had? Let's start with Aaliyah Sky, please.
Oh God, I can't even remember. There were so many looks this episode.
No,
Like 30 something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I would say Rosé was cute. It was very on par for what she was serving.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to applaud her for that. I was a little bit sad though that she didn't take like the inspiration and then kind of take it and make it her own thing. It felt very much like scrolling through Pinterest, like, okay, I like that look. So we're gonna make that exact look. So that was the only thing I had wrong with it. It's not even a negative, really, at the end of the day. It's just I wish you would have put more of a rosé spin on it. And I thought the runways this week were way better than last episode. Girl, it's just proof. You get thrown in the bottom. You got something to prove.
That's kind of true. I think, I think you're right. They might be a little more hungry for a win at this point than the others. Andrew, did you have a toot or a boot?
My favorite, I think, was Utica's nighttime look, her vamp look.
Wow.
That one was really cool and really out of the box. The worst, it really wasn't a bad one. I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I also love Kamisha's vamp look, the Elvira inspired one.
Mm-hmm.
I love Elvira, so I'm
with all that hair. Yeah, for me, the only boots I saw were kind of what they said with the judges panel later, when it was like Joey came out in kind of the same look twice, really 3 times. Michael, did you have a toot or a boot?
For the daytime looks, Rosé, love. It was like pop art. I thought it was clever. I thought it was great. I liked Utica. I like her look with all the balls, because it was silly and fun and very draggy. And in terms of booting the day looks, I thought Kimora was just kind of boring. Kimora.
Yeah, it was a pretty silhouette.
It was like a woman at a garden party, and I didn't care. The nighttime looks, again, loved Rosé, that sort of Gaultier cage dress thing I loved. And I sort of like Denali's nighttime look, the vampire on fire fantasy sort of thing.
Yeah, that was fun. I agree with you about Kimora. Like, she has a pretty silhouette just because she, can wear a sample size basically. And I bet if you got up close to that vamp look, like the detailing on it was probably really great. But I don't think it translated to TV. What did we think? What did you think, Walter?
Toots were, of course, Rosé and Utica, and I will spoiler alert, because I don't know if you're going to ask this at the end, so I'll say it now. Mm-hmm. As I sit here as things are right now, Utica's going to win.
You think?
Absolutely. Now, as for the boots, I thought Tamisha. She's been doing it for 30 years, and it looks like she wore that shit 30 years ago. And the problem with Kimora Hall is it's not drag. She's just wearing women's clothing.
Yeah.
I mean, as she said, this is a Mugler outfit. It's not drag. She's just coming out looking fabulous. So it's not drag.
That's the thing. It's like, I think the judges were right on her in the end, thinking like there's an element of performance missing there. It's one thing to just be a hanger on the runway.
Yeah, she's a hanger.
Russ, did you have a toot and boot for the initial runway?
All toots. I didn't find a toot in the bunch. I'm loving the second group.
Yeah, and I'm glad they're all getting. I'm glad they're all getting a chance to show like what they're made of and what they brought. I think that's really great. Garrett, how about you?
So I really did I personally love Utica the best. I thought those looks were just so creative. But I did agree with the judges that when we were looking at Tamisha, they said that, like, you know, he makes all of his own gowns and all of his own clothing, that it would be on the red carpet one day.
Mhm.
I really did like the dress for like that look. I thought it was really, really good. So to know that it's all made by hand. Aaliyah, as a designer, I think it's important to go on the show and you design your own stuff. Like, I think it's something that drag queens should be doing now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And she clearly knows her body. She clearly knows her silhouette.
for sure.
And that's okay. Michael,
I'm
yes.
liking Tamisha.
She's good. I think she was right. As we talk more about the show, as we get into the workroom, she's kind of establishing herself as a mother figure. I mean, obviously, she's a drag mother of Tandy Mondupri. Oh my God, I had to show someone actually hadn't seen it, and I had to show them the Tandy Mondupri thing. I was like, "You haven't seen this? Get it together." And she like is an actual father to children, so it's nice to see that kind of energy there. I'm wondering if it might bite her in the ass if she's going to be too concerned about taking care of other people that she doesn't worry enough about herself. And I think she's at a point right now, with what we're seeing in both the main stage challenge and the final runway, that she does need to concentrate on herself just a little bit more. When we got to the performance, yes, Russ?
About taking care of the others, one thing I did notice in this group versus last week's group was that they seem to be helping each other more in the competition.
Yeah.
They were a lot more congenial within and more collaborative than the other group. So I really appreciated seeing that in the whole dynamic so far.
I think that might speak to that they're all the pork chop group. Like they already got eliminated, and they're like, well, now we're kind of in this together. We're the eliminated group. We're gonna come back and prove it. And even they said it's like I forget who said it, that let the winner be someone out of our group, please. And I think
It'll be Utica.
Yeah, I think she has a really good shot. I think she had like
As long as she doesn't cry.
As long as she doesn't cry, then it's over.
Automatic disqualification.
Utica doesn't seem like the one to cry.
No.
Okay, we get to the main challenge, and then we have another kind of like dramatic moment where people are too many cooks. We're not getting the move, and then we get to the performance, and it's perfect. So I'm like, how much do we buy in these days to the drama of like it's not going well? I don't know how we're gonna put this together. Drama, music. Like, do we think that still needs to be an element in here just because that's part of the show, or is it a little passé at this point? Russ,
I think that's part of life. I think that's really, I mean, that's my experience in everything I do. It's like, it's hard. It's difficult. Things are falling apart. Oh my God, the sky is falling, and bam, we pull it up.
I get that, but to me, at this point, and I understand that is a good part of it, but to me, it's starting to seem like manufactured drama a little bit, which there has to be because it's a reality show a little bit. But I don't know. I think they could take it out and find some drama other places. Michael, what do you think? Michael? What do you think about the drama in the performance versus rehearsal?
I mean, it's the same old bullshit. It's this manufactured chaos. And what they really needed to do was actually just bring in a real choreographer and not have them at each other's throats pretending to take the lead as choreographer. It just, it's the same old shit. If they want to mix things up with the season, mix that up. Stop doing that.
It has gotten so formulaic that it's just stale. It's not. Yeah. It's not that it's not enjoyable on a certain level because the people themselves are interesting and all of that, but they all go back to the hotel and work on it for hours. Yeah. Who cares what's going on the stage? It's like, and it's once again the season, same thing. The first thing is let's all do a musical number to one of Ru's songs, and then the next week it's going to be a TV show, and then and we know there's going to be a makeover, and there's going to be. It's just, come on. I realize you're winning Emmys, but come on. Can't you think of something else?
True, but good TV gives people what they expect, but also keeps them guessing, which is why I'm kind of glad that they started the season the way they did. They started.
Yeah, that's fine, but the the main stage things are always exactly the same thing every fucking week.
Yeah, I think we could use a change up on that. Maybe we'll get some surprises though. I mean, we started with surprise. Maybe we'll have a few more. I'm still hopeful. So when it came to the performance, for me the tops were definitely. I think they chose right, Denali and Rose. Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of Denali's look. Even her runways for the first challenge, I thought it could have been synced more. I liked the design of it, but the silhouette was a little bad. And then she came out looking like she was wearing a bunch of purple maxi pads, and I was like, okay, yeah, that wasn't my favorite look. But you know, who are your tops for the performances? Aaliyah.
Is someone typing?
No, I think that's just now. Aaliyah, what were your
me first?
Yeah, her performance
For the
and for
actual-
runway. What were your tops?
And then Aaliyah's gone.
She didn't want to say. She didn't want to say her opinion because she. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all and just drop out of the call. So, Andrew, what did you think of performance / runway?
Crawford Stan.
I really liked. I think of them all now. We're losing more people. I actually really like Joey. Like the outfit wasn't anything too impressive, but I liked the performance.
Yeah.
I really liked Rose.
Mm-hmm. For me, Joey kind of is giving me a Pink vibe, and I'm like such a fan of Pink that I think even in performance and in outfit, it's like, oh, you're being Pink. I'm cool. Russ, who did you have for top performers and runway?
Oh,
The
performance was just great. You know, one thing I noticed about the performance in rehearsals, they lifted up Kimura, and I think they dropped that because she actually was holding her own in the choreography.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all did so well. My favorite look. I'm a fan of Rose. Utica is. I'm in Walter's camp. Utica's going to take it.
Yeah, Utica, I liked her. I know it kind of looks like it's kind of stars tied together, but I think she's so interesting that it made it work. I don't know, like for the runway. Yeah, I mean, I love Kimura, but it was just like, oh, you bought that dress and wore it. It didn't seem to have an effect, aside from the ginormous earrings. Aaliyah, did you have a top performer and a top runway?
Aaliyah's just giving us face.
Top performer, I'm gonna give to. Girl, my phone is just acting on my internet connection. Girl, you know, we're gonna. Out of this whole entire year, this is the first teleconference meeting I have had. So I'm just going to start by saying that. Thank you for having me. No, I thought out of all the performances, I like Joey J's. I hated her look, but I liked her song. And then as far as the runways are concerned, I'm going to say Tamisha's was my favorite.
Tamisha was kind of hard to beat, and especially because she made it herself, and you could tell it wasn't off the rack, and it really fit her well. It wasn't just a simple dress. She added the kind of bustle in front to make it a little bit more of a drag queen look. And so I think everyone's assessment of that dress being like that was the look is absolutely correct. Garrett, what did you think about the performance, and then a little bit of runway?
The performance was good. I really did enjoy that. I felt like it was more elevated than we'll call it the loser circle. They had the rhymes were really good. The lyrics that they did were great. I thought that Denali, I believe, was probably the best lyrics out of them all.
Mm-hmm.
And then the looks were all good. I think that some of the other standouts, Utica had a good, cute little thing. I don't know. I just love Utica, so I think I'm always going to rave about her.
Yeah, Utica is Walter has a very good assessment. I think if not the winner, then I see Utica in the top, just in the same way as like they were already saying, it's like Thor. It's like Crystal Method. It's all those queens, and you get to kind of have a top queen like that, except for maybe Evie Oddly. I would say it was maybe in that category. Michael, did you have a top and a bottom, or a top and a top?
In the Phenom number, I loved Denali. I thought her overhead sort of handspring flip that she did was amazing.
Yeah.
Kimora, she did fine with the choreography, but there she was wearing another Mackie, or at least Mackie dress. Rosé showed off her voice, which I've known she's got a great voice. And I thought Tanisha and Utica had a lot of confidence. I thought they did great jobs, both of them. In terms of their number, their runway, even though I like Iris Van Herpen, who is the designer that Denali was trying to emulate, I didn't care for Denali's outfit. I didn't like Kimora's enormous, oversized blonde wig. And I thought Rosé was going to get clocked for that puffy Miss Vanjie type outfit that didn't show off her shape, and it was just too busy. And I love Tanisha, so
yeah, I think you're right with Rosé kind of. Rosé kind of got clocked by Ross, I'd say. But yeah, when she came out on the runway, I was like, I think I know what you were trying to do with this, but it didn't really show off her shape, and it did look, for lack of a better word, tacky. So yeah, I don't think that she was necessarily the best runway, but I think she overall, like with the other looks and the performance, I think she deserved to be in the top this week. Andrew, what did you think?
My favorite runway look was definitely Tanisha. Even before I knew she made it herself, I thought that was the best.
Yeah.
But overall, I do agree that Rosé and Denali deserve to be the top two.
Completely. Yeah, they seem to have the strongest week out of everybody. Walter,
I do love the song Phenomenon. I do love this song. Maybe that had a lot to do with it too, because it's like, you know, drag queens are all around the world. It's a phenomenon. They're never going anywhere. So that song alone was like just pretty cool too. I like the lyrics of the song.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that it's on the Work the World tour. Is it? I'm not sure what number it is. It sounds like a great opening number song.
I think it was in the Vegas show.
Yeah, it's in the Vegas.
No, it's not Work the World. It's the Vegas show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from Vegas. My mistake. That's where I saw it.
Hey.
Walter, did you have a top performance?
Yeah, there are a few things. See if I can remember them all. The tops were, yes, Denali and Rosé, and actually Utica, because he was something different. As an aside, who is it that Denali looks like?
Tatiana.
I think that's who it is. Thank you. Okay.
Kiki Rodriguez from Too Long Fu. Yeah.
But also with Denali, I'm having a problem with her shape. I think he must be really short-waisted.
Yeah.
And he doesn't pull it in. So it's just kind of this weird, odd shape that he has in everything that he's done. As for the runway, well, the observation I make about the runway is, I mean, yeah, Rosé's was not the most elevated, shall we say, of things, but I didn't like how Michelle said, I think it was Michelle said, you know, I'm paraphrasing, you got to step up your act, girl, because look to the left and the right of you. And it's like, yeah, but on either side of you are gowns. He's a fucking drag queen.
Exactly.
And drag queens wear this shit. So there's nothing wrong with what he's wearing. So cut it out. Yeah, I guess that's it. Next.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like it's hard, I think, for them to walk the line between fashion and costume. And I think because as a drag queen, you kind of have to have a little bit of element of both in most of your looks, unless it's specifically like be from the runway challenge or something like that. So yeah, so it's kind of disappointing to see someone when they go to costume and when they go to just regular everyday fashion.
Wait, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The last week's runway was sheer, right?
No, that was last week's was LeMay.
Was LeMay, and theirs was sheer.
And theirs was sheer.
Okay, so they are told ahead of time what the themes are. So do the other Do the other teams have the reverse of that, and we just never
They
see
do.
it?
They've been posting it on their Instagram. So all of these queens have already posted their LeMay looks. Then get to wear them.
Oh, that they didn't get to wear.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to go check those out. My
Because I was wondering that about the fashion show at the beginning, because they said, what was it, daytime and vamp, right?
There's Lady in the Vamp.
Yeah. So, but
Mhm.
the week before,
Yeah.
they could kind of change the words, and it was the same outfit.
Kind of,
right?
yeah. I was thinking that too. It was like daytime and then nighttime as a hoe.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah.
kind of vamp, just in a different word. So it was probably the same outfit for those. We got to our top two of Rose and Denali. I had a little bit more hope for Rose taking it because I know she can really. I mean, she's more of a singer, dancer, performer, and maybe not as strong a lip syncer. Maybe that's what we saw. But I thought Denali really took it out with all of her moves, all of her lip syncing. I think my one thing with Denali was when she was on the runway.
Yeah.
I saw so many hard lines in her makeup. I really wish she would have just blended a little bit more. I don't know if that's like a thing she just does, and that's how she does her makeup. But if she continues to have those harsh lines, I could see Michelle getting on her ass about that. But for me, Denali won. Aaliyah, what did you think of the lip sync today?
About who?
The lip sync, honey.
Oh, I mean, she was cute.
Mhm.
She was cute. I'm ready for someone to go home.
Right?
But I
Next
thought
week.
she was cute.
Yeah, I will. That's
Yeah,
I had this
I mean,
complaint
I'm
last
like-
week. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so I had the same complaint last week of like I kind of get blue balls when someone's not eliminated, and now it's been what 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks in a row we've done that.
But it purely from a commercial standpoint for the
Yeah,
performers,
so now.
it's good that they have done it this way because, first of all, when it's 13 people, you don't get to know them, and then one person goes home. And that person generally doesn't have a career unless they leave with a catchphrase.
Yeah,
So
most of it.
for the queens themselves, it's nice that they've stuck around because everybody knows who everybody is now.
That is no, it's good for them. It's just to me, it takes the stakes out of things. So I am looking forward to getting back to kind of a queen getting eliminated, or maybe some double eliminations.
There will be, and don't worry, they're all going home, Alex.
No, thank God.
It's like American Idol when people are like, oh, I can't believe that so and so went home. They were going to go home anyway.
Yeah.
They weren't going to win.
Watch it be a 13-way tie this season. They all win.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. They all get a fucking crown this season. I'm not watching anymore. Okay, so I think we can all agree that Denali won the lip sync. That she was great. Good top two. Denali beat her. Who do we out of this group, aside from Walter's assessment of Utica, who do we think could actually get to the top between this group and last week's group? Who do we think could be top 3 out of this group, or a top 1, top 2? You can give me whatever you want. I think Utica. I don't know. Denali looks good, but I'm not like in love with her fashion. Who else? Who do we think? Garrett, who could be the top at this point?
I think top could be Utica, Rose, Denali, Gottmik, and Tina Burner.
Yeah, Tina's gonna be tough to beat, I think. Russ, what do you think?
Gottmik, Tina Burner, Rose, and Utica.
And Utica. Okay, Andrew, who are your top?
We're doing just this week or all of them?
Whatever you'd like, baby.
From this week, I'd say Tamisha.
Tamisha, yeah, I think she'll be up there. I'm not sure if she's top 3, but I think she's gonna be up there.
I think from this group, she has the best chance. Like, I love Utica, but I don't think we're going all the way.
Okay, all right. A little dissension amongst the ranks here. Michael, what do you think? Do we have a Michael?
Michael?
I agree with Garrett completely. Gottmik, Tina Burner, Denali, Rose, Utica are top 5 for me. With Tamisha maybe somewhere in the background.
I could see that. I could see her at least winning congeniality this year, Tamisha, if she doesn't get to the top. Aaliyah, do you have a top of who do you think out of this group is going to be up to the top? What do you think?
Okay, let me make this quick before I get kicked out of this thing yet again. I'm going to say Simone. I'm going to say Utica. I'm going to say Tina Burner. Scratch
Mhm.
Tina. We don't want Tina. I'm gonna say Simone, Utica. I'm gonna say Simone and Utica, and they should just really change it up and have a top two. That's my top two.
Okay, you do that. And last but not least, anyone in addition to Utica do you think has a chance this year, Mr. Kurt?
As we sit here today, the final three will be Utica, Tina Burner, and Simone. I think the producers are going to be pushing Got Mick
There it
with
is.
all their might, and she ain't going to go the whole way. She's already cried.
I can't cry. I kind of want to like write down Walter's opinions and like see if there's a bet being placed anywhere, and like just like get me on these three or something like that. See if I win any money. That or the Mega Millions this week. Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining us live. Again, you can catch us live every Saturday at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. And please submit your questions or submit your assessments, and we might read them the next week too. So
Fan mail is appreciated too, and PayPal.
And yes, as well, I'll drop the link to my OnlyFans when I make one. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining. Until next week, my love. Keep watching the RuCap and keep watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.